Hello and welcome to Dees20Stitches. I'm Dee. My pronouns are they, them, and this is my 6th Flosstube video. It feels like it's been forever because you can't see down below here, but I have an obscene amount of stuff. I don't know how it happened. There was a lot of like stress shopping this past like 4 months. Wait, 4 weeks. It has not been 4 months. It feels like 4 months. So we're going to, this might be a long one. I apologize if that's not your thing. You can split it up or just eject now. Will not be offended. But I promise it will be entertaining. It will be informative. We'll learn some stuff. And I got some treats for you. This is a Flosstube, so it is a channel about cross stitch. It's also a channel about me, and all of my issues, which there are many. Speaking of issues, thank you to everyone who has reached out across North America and other places as well, who have asked me how I'm doing. Because if you have not seen, my province, British Columbia, is underwater. We are currently not handling global warming well. There has been an ungodly amount of rain, which is weird because it's the Pacific Northwest and that's all it does here. But for whatever reason, October and November has been incredibly wet. She's been wet. And so much so that we've had flooding. Now, if you don't know about the geography about British Columbia, we have big mountains on one side and the ocean on the other. And we have a big valley in between. And that's where all the water is going. Unfortunately, also for Vancouver, we have one major highway in and out of the city. And that's what's been completely flooded. There were evacuations. We were not evacuated because we're away. We're out of the valley. We're on Burnaby Mountain Hill. So our basement is a little leaky. It's a little moldy, but we're okay. But there's been a lot of people who've been evacuated. So I'm actually going to drop a help link down below. If you want to donate to especially the city that is hurting near us is called Abbotsford. If you want to help, I believe I will put down a migrant workers fund for people who have been migrant workers who've been displaced and need food. I'll put down a link below, and it's going to take months to rebuild. The only thing that we had happened to us is during this flooding. A road near us, near the dog park I take Timbit, was flooded. So I was driving my little car, I went on the left-hand lane, and a big truck went through the flooded lane that was closed. And when I was turning into the dog park, the truck hit us. So my little red Yaris, rest in peace, is gone. She was demolished. I'm okay. Airbags did not go off. Timbit's okay. But the stress level has been just peaking. If you've ever been in a car accident, it really does stuff to your body. And I don't know if I've talked about this. Remember when I said at the beginning that this is going to be about me? Yes, this is going to be about me. You can skip ahead if you just want to see the cross stitch. But I have an autonomic nervous disorder, which means my autonomic nervous system does not work like it should. And that nervous system is the stuff that controls your heart rate and controls like your breathing when you're sleeping and controls your body temperature and controls your flight or fight response. Mine doesn't work for whatever reason. There's a couple reasons why we think it's happening. We're not sure. I've been to specialists and specialists and specialists. So my heart cannot control its own beating. So I'm on medication for that. Sometimes I just have a flight or fight response, usually during sleeping hours, which is not ideal. Yeah, and just my nervous system sometimes goes wired. So after this accident, my nervous system has just been freaking out. So we've been, I think it's been a week since the accident. We're slowing down a little bit, but it's been a stressful time. That's why I'm here, actually. I wanted to sit and talk to y'all because y'all have been so kind to me recently. Thank you everyone who left comments on my last video. I haven't actually gotten to them all because I've been going out of my gourd. But I will. I'm going to read every single one of them. I'm going to give them a little heart. I'm going to give them a little kiss. And that's a thank you. Oh, crap. Let's get started. I've got so many exciting things to talk to you about. The first one is, KARI and I have released our winter releases for this winter season. And I am so hyped about them. I love them so much. So let's show them to you now. You might have seen them on my Instagram. I want to show them to you. First one. Wow, look at her. So this is a print. My model stitcher, Ariel's X's, I'll put her Instagram below. She's wonderful. She has all my models because currently I do not need them. But I have the front cover. This is what it looks like. It's a sampler. And I am in love with this because it has, like, for me, a real, I'm not tooting my own horn, but I will, like, toot toot. And KARI's horn also, toot toot toot. We're tooting each other's horns in a real queer way. Anyway, this has a real prairie schooler vibe to it. I kind of feel it. And that's all KARI. Like, this is all KARI's art that I turned into a cross stitch. And we're really, really, really proud of it. So I hope you really enjoy it. So Krampus Sampler. I believe there's going to be a stitch along of this on Krampus night, which is December 5th, I believe. Watch out for details on Instagram. Because I think you want to get on this. I think you do. It's great. Speaking of that, if you bought this, we also gave you a special treat, which is, and I'll put this on something. I'll put this on here. I'm so glad you don't see the behind me because it is a disaster. You got an extra. This is Krampus Klein. Klein meaning small. See what we did there? Krampus Klein. And what I did is I just took small motifs from the Krampus sampler, including KARI's original border. We switched it to that one, but I liked her original idea, so I stuck it in there. I took some of the motifs and I put them in a small. So this is 100 long by, like, I think it was like 57. It was a quick stitch. You could probably get it done in a week or two. So if you don't want to tackle the whole sampler, you've got this little guy. This would be cute as a pillow. I think that was my aim, but I just ran out of ding-dang time because I got hit by a car. My car got hit by another truck. It's just very stressful. Things were flooding. It's just a lot. Forgive me for not making a pillow. Also, you can see what a disaster I am. That's probably chocolate chip cookie. Yes, I do eat while I cross stitch, and I will not apologize for that. Not going to. This chocolate chip cookie was delicious. How do I get out stains from cross stitch fabric? I licked it a lot. I heard saliva is real good for it. What I'm gonna do is just, you know, make it into a pillow, and so you won't. Whoops. You won't see that little piece of you won't see it. Anyway, the sampler does not come with chocolate chip cookie stains. This is a piece of, this is the called for fabric. It's a piece of 32 count linen cookie. I was going to say cookies and cream and sugar. And that is by Fiber on a Whim. I got it through Fire Poppies. I know Fat Quarter Shop also have it. And the sampler was stitched on Ada because that is our model stitcher Ariel's preferred fabric. It's also sugar and cream by Fiber on a Whim. So you can, frankly, you can stitch it on whatever the heck you want. Tis the season. Anyway, you buy this, get this. A treat for you from me. What else do we have? Oh, Kari made these little floss rings. You're gonna do it. Do it. Yeah, there he is. And on the back, project thread symbol with the little chain. There we are. Here we are. You get 4 of them because there are 4 colors in our sampler pack. They are, it looks like recycled paper. They're a little bit, they're almost like business card. So they're, you know, recyclable. When you're done, you can toss them or put them in your stitching book, your stitching journal. So 4 threads in the sampler for floss drops. And they make cute little presents. And you know what else makes cute little present? You asked for it. This is Kari's art again. Karsvan Krampus. There he is. Look at him. So cute. Look at that tongue. Wow. And check out that. So this is a postcard. You can also stick it in your crafting journal, your crafting diary, or send it to a friend, right? You know, you don't want to buy a lot of holiday cards. You can support a queer artist and just send holiday Krampus postcards. So everything is on Kari's site. It's up. It was up on November 18th, and we appreciate your support. You know, that's when we get support, that's why we want to keep doing this. And Kari and I have some really big, exciting plans, and we're getting really hyped up. But we want to make sure you guys like what we're doing, right? So yeah, I'll have all those links down below. That's our winter release. Thank you very much for everyone who has bought so far, and I really, really hope you enjoy it, because I really enjoyed this one. Man, I really enjoyed this one. And I think what I'll do is for snail mail this week, we'll send one. We'll do this, maybe we'll do that. Okay, releases done. Finishes. Hold on. You ready? I'm gonna hold on. Ready? Da 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 da. Do 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 da 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 da. I finished it. It's done. She's done. Folks, she's here and she's finished. Look, I did it. This is my oldest whip. I started it in 2012, 2013, second season of Game of Thrones. If you haven't been with us before, I will establish I do not enjoy Game of Thrones. Why did I stitch this? I wanted to be popular. I wanted to be part of the crowd. I stitched it while my partner and my friends were watching the Game of Thrones. So all I had left to do is this little one, and I finished her. Look at her. So let's play the game. Let's play the game. Can I name all the sigils? Let's do it. I've been studying because I didn't want to embarrass myself. Okay. I know this one. Starks. Got it. This one. Oh. I'm not very good at taking tests. We're going to come back. The Moriartys. That's Sherlock. This sigil was part of a Sherlock Game of Thrones crossover that not many people know about. But this is the Moriartys. This one, Gay Joyce. We know that one. This one, Lannisters. I remember that because I remember the word Bannister. And it's not Bannister, it's the Lannisters. Got it. Who are they? They're the ones who have sex with their brothers and sisters. I don't know. The Oleanders. I think it starts with an O. The Conan O'Briens. This one. You know, I set myself up for failure because I did say I studied, and that was true. And by study, I asked my partner what these were, and I stopped listening halfway through. So this one, the Bears. That's it. This one, Tullys. I know this one. Why? Have no idea. Love the fish. This one. This is the Renly Baratheon. I named 2 Baratheons. Renly and Robert. What up? Who is this? My computer is calling me out right now. I apologize. Okay, let's go. Keep going. This one. Oh, no. Targaryen. This one. The Mandalorians. Because I know the Mandalorian is the sun. Knives. Close? Anyway. What am I going to do with this? I'm going to fully finish it. But I'm glad I finished it. So y'all don't have to hear me talking about Game of Thrones ever again. Now I'm going to talk about Dune. I did see Dune. I did like it. And I did like it more than Star Wars. Is that controversial? Did I make you angry, nerds? Did I? I watched Dune we haven't gone to the movies in a long time. Watched Dune. Had some cider. Had some wine while watching. Bless 18 plus movie theaters. It was a 3-hour movie. Do I know what happened? Do not know. I do know there was a character named Paul in the sci-fi movie. Paul. Do you know there was a big worm? Love that big worm. Anyway, congratulations me. I fully finished the oldest whip I ever have. Yes. Let's do more whips. This is going to take forever. Oh. Okay. Speaking of KARI and my creations, this is... Oh, I just burped. Oh. I had hummus today for lunch, and I burped hummus. You know, I love wearing masks because it covers this part of my face, the majority of it. But the thing I hate about masks is when you've had a lunch and you burp in it, and then you smell it forever. Anyway, this is Hex Hotel. This is Kari and my Halloween release. And I did the stairs and a little bit of the other section. And again, I messed up. This is, by the way, this is 32 count 1/1, because that's my fave. That's my jam right now. And I did mess up on the banisters. So the stairs, me doing the stairs was me fixing my mistakes. But you can't tell. It's 1/1. Also, I'm the designer, so you can't call me out. Love it. Love the skelly guy. Love the kitty. Love it. Do I have a picture of, do I? No. Do not. Do I? No. Of course not. Yes, I do. Of course I do. Here it is. Hex Hotel. This is still available on Kari's website. It's very popular. I'll put the link below. I will not take this out probably till next Halloween, or until I need this piece of fabric. This is Spring Breeze by Mystic Fabrics. It was the called for. God, it's a lot of fabric. Boy, howdy. Let's see. That's that. Okay. Ooh, we're getting some fun stuff. Yes. Okay. So, I think you remember this. This is my cursed anchor. This is the anchor that ruined my life. I got hit by a truck. My little car got hit by a truck because of this cursed anchor. I'm going to call it. This is it. That's it. That's why. That's why. Because of this. This anchor destroyed my little Yaris. It's cursed. So I decided, I mentioned this last time, that I have a little bit of a plan with this. This is the plan. Cursed anchor. This is just, it's a design I plunked it together. No directions. I just did it from a noggin. This is the middle of a pretty big piece. I believe it's like a 25 count, maybe 22 count, that I dyed myself. And this is what's going to happen with this. And I need you to help me. I need you to help me, because look at how much I have. Another curse just happened. My computer told me I did not have any space to record Flosstube videos. Now, is it the anchor, or is it the fact that I have so much stuff on my computer? It's the anchor, friends. Anyway, what was I saying about this? Cursed. Yes. I'm going to start this in January because I don't want to deal with Christmas time shipping. I'm going to put a sign-up sheet in the new year. I'm going to put a sign-up sheet. And on this, well, maybe I'll start it next video. That's what I'll do. So we're going to get you hyped, and then we're going to start it next video. I'm going to have a sign-up sheet, and this sign-up sheet is you basically signing away your soul to the cursed black anchor. What's going to happen is we're going to do a Stitcherhood of the traveling cursed anchor, wherein I'm going to send you this, and I'm going to send you this. And you are going to stitch whatever you'd like on this big piece of fabric. And we're going to go and go and go and go, and next person sends to the next person, sends to the next person, sends to the next person, until this is done. And then I'd like it sent back to me, please. I will hold the curse in my hands. But when this cursed anchor is done, we will all be free as a people. And also we'll have this amazing community piece of stitching. I'm going to think of the rules, and I'm going to think about like how I'm going to do the, it'll probably be a Google Doc. It'll be next video. Maybe next Flosstube. Yeah. And, but I want to get you hyped. I want to get you hyped. There was a lot of people who said they want to be cursed. Be careful. You might not want what happens, but I figure when I finish my piece, the curse will be lifted from me. I will send it to someone else. Then you are cursed. Then you have to stitch something. Then you are free. Then you send it to someone else. Until this god-awful, this flaccid hay that's dyed black is gone. And you know what? Actually, I was working with it when I was doing this, and I realized like the more I play with it, the softer it gets. So maybe by time it got to you, it'll be nice. But right now it's like hair. It's like stitching with hair. So watch out for the Cursed Anchor sampler coming to you. That's a threat. Coming to you, Cursed Anchor. There she is. I'll finish my part, and then we'll get that started. So look out for that. That's gonna be fun. New year 2022. Pass around some curses. Everyone is cursed. The world is cursed. Let's break that curse. Oh, I have to search that. What else do I got? Oh. Oh, okay. This is from this book. Cross Stitch for the Earth. This is by Emma Congdon, and I believe is she the person behind Stitch Rova? She does something. She's everywhere, right? I'm stitching the fishies. I'm stitching these. This little guy. Fishies. That's how it looks. It's called nothing. It's just called Fishies. Cute. Here it is. Oh, by the way, hold on. Wait a minute. Flossdrops. Fishy Flossdrops. God, I'm a Flossdrop person now. Here she is. Whoa. There we are. Cute. Oh, it's kind of washed out. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. You can kind of see the colors better there. This is a piece of Aida that I got at one of my local needle workshops, Stitcher's Muse in Nanaimo, and I thought it was labeled 18, but I counted it with my little counter. I think it's more closer to like 20 or 22. So I am stitching 1 over 1, and I'm making it very tiny. It's very cute. And the finish, oh, this is for my brother-in-law, my partner's brother, and his wife. They're having a baby. and the baby is due in January. So I don't know if you've seen my turtle that I was in my first floss tube. I'm gonna do this into something similar. It's not gonna be a turtle. It is gonna be another creature. So I can't wait to show you my next stuffy. And also good news, I know someone who is having twins soon, and then another person who's having a singular baby. Sorry, once you've seen Schitt's Creek, you cannot say the word baby correctly. You have to say baby. You have to do a Myra Rose. It's a Canadian thing. We have to. Anyway, so I have a lot of stuffies in my future, but this is the first one. Has to be done by January. So this is my lunchtime stitch. I know. I get like an eighth of the fish done. Okay, whoa, oh my god. It's, oh no, oh jeez. God. Oh my god, a disaster. I'm not editing that. Okay, last one. In my New Hampshire bag. This is by Garon Stitchery. I in my formative high schooler years, I lived in New Hampshire. So, and I bought this bag because you don't see stuff from New Hampshire very often. I bet you a lot of people don't know even where New Hampshire is. You know what? If you don't know where New Hampshire is, it frankly does not matter. It's where President Bartlett was from in the West Wing, and that's about it. Yes, the West Wing. Okay, I'm stitching this. Scattered Seed Samplers, a token of spring. It's done in a little drum, but I'm going to finish it in a bag. And I'm doing this one for Betsy's 60th birthday. I'm going to link Betsy's Flosstube below if you're watching Betsy. If you're watching me, you're watching Betsy. Anyway, I love her very much. Betsy reminds me of my family. We're all very Betsy, and I don't know, maybe it's a Scorpio thing. I'm a Sagittarius, but Betsy is a Scorpio. So I like to imagine when I watch Betsy, I imagine that she is an aunt of mine, because she just, if she was in my Christmas, she would fit in perfectly with my family. She watching her floss tubes feels like home. Loud, funny, hilarious, rude home. What a floozy. Anyway, Betsy turned 60 November 19th. So, and she's doing Little Birds by, I think, Blackbird Designs. I did not have little birds, but I wanted to stitch her birds. So Betsy means a lot to me, so I thought I would start that. This is my little start. It's on the same fabric I did my Krampus sampler on, Cream and Sugar, 32 count. I am going to make some substitutions. Here's my Flossdrops. And you will notice, hold on. These are the important Flossdrops. Heck yeah. Hell yeah, Betsy. Hells yeah, girl. Get it. I put some substitutions on Betsy floss rings. I'm going to add some muted, like a primitive pink. I use the word primitive pink. I don't know if that's what this is called. But I'm going to add it because I have this fabric. It's very like William Morris-esque. That and this. And I'm going to make a little bag for my mommy for Christmas. I don't know why I said it like that. I do have mother issues, as you can tell, because my Flosstube watch list is just a bunch of women over the age of 60, because I love them so much. Anyway, I'm going to make a nice bag out of token of spring. So that is a Christmas project that I must get done. I'm cursing myself, aren't I? Okay. Floss rings. Thank you, Betsy. Happy birthday, Betsy. I hope you had a good one. I hope Hamilton treated you right the one day of year that you deserve it, because all the other years, Hamilton is queen. Okay, that's that. Let's look at my book. Got it. Yes, that's a lot. Wow. Okay. Stitchy kindness. Let's do some stitchy kindness. I think the world knew that I needed stitchy kindness within the last couple weeks, because they've been so difficult with the nervous system breakdown and the car accident and the flooding. I was also outed as trans to people who I didn't want to be outed to. That was not fun. It's been hell. It's been hell. But I got some mail, and every little piece of mail really means a lot to me. So thank you. So let's go through. Oh my God. I'm so old. Okay. We got it. Okay. The first one was a Halloween card exchange. And that is put on by her old Instagram name was Caffeinated Bat. I think she turned it to like Ghoul Stitch or something. I don't know. Something like that. But this, I exchanged something with Cormier on Instagram. Her name is Brittany. And Brittany got me a cute little card. And Brittany also asked me my favorite movie. And I love the old B movies. So Brittany sent me Creature from the Black Lagoon. And also some stickers. Some spoopy stickers. Look how spoopy. Love them. Cute. Oh, and a little bookmark. Here's the thing. I don't get any time to read. But I want to read so I can use this very cute bookmark. But I'm, readers, shut your ears. I'm the type of person who dog ears and writes in books. Sorry. So maybe I'll use a bookmark the next time I open a book, which will be when I have a break. Look, I restarted Animal Crossing because it's been a time, so that means I'm not doing nothing but Animal Crossing in the foreseeable future. So thank you, Brittany. I also, oh my gosh. Okay. This is from Emma of Emma Rose Stitches. And Em sent me some, first of all, British dog. Fucking adorable. He's going to war. He's going to punch some Nazis. The British are very good at that. So cute. Em sent me... Okay, I'm just going to say that. Em sent me... First of all, I don't know how Em knew. But Em sent me some lizard stickers. And I don't know how Em knew. But I have a gecko at home. My gecko's name is Nacho Cheese. Of course he is. So I'm going to use these stickers. I was a big reptile person for a long time. I also have a snake. Her name is Pinto Beans. Do you see a pattern? Timbit, Nacho Cheese, Pinto Beans, and my old dog was named Pepper Jack. Do you see a... Anyway. Em also made... It's a little flamingo and they dance. He's got little toes. It's beaded. Em! You see? Stop. Come on, camera. No, not going to. Yeah! Em, you are a doll. I appreciate this so much. I'm going to put a little magnet on it. And it's going to be my giant flamboyant needle minder on my biggest, most flamboyant pattern. I love it. Thank you so much. If you haven't seen Em has a wonderful floss tube Emma Rose makes. I'll put the link below. Please watch Em M is amazing. And a reminder, not everyone needs pronouns. Emma uses the pronouns M or Emma. Emma uses Emma's name. A reminder that you don't need pronouns. Sometimes you can just use your name, right? And sometimes that's preferable. So, you know, ask. Anyway, I cannot get over this. Look, I can sit down. So nice. Thank you. Wow. Okay. Whew. Okay. Beautiful. Love it. Next. Oh. This is from Venka. And this was not expected. Venka messaged me on Instagram. I believe their Instagram name is Baltic Sea Stitches? Baltic Sea? And I'm not sure of pronouns. So, why don't we, you know what? Why don't we check? Pronouns are not in there. So, you know what? I'm going to use they, them. Gender neutral. Anyway, Venka's, I hope I didn't show their address. MMS. Venka asked me if I would like some anchor. Because Venka's from Germany. And Germany's got that good anchor. That luxurious anchor. And I said, yes, thank you very much. I would love some black anchor. And what Venka did was send me just, first of all, anchor. Look at this. So I have spoopy colors and I have Christmas colors. Oh, and there's some silver in there too. Wow. Crinkle, crinkle. And I also got sent it's a pattern. I'll show it far away. It is a Halloween. It's almost like a Halloween Quaker. I saw it on the Instagram, the Baltic Sea Stitching. Baltic Sea. I'll link it below. Baltic Sea Stitcher. And I really loved it on the Instagram. And Wonka sent it to me. Flash. You can't see it. No one's gonna screen cap that. Come on. Anyway, thank you. The other thing, which is just the most delightful thing, it's this book, this German cross-stitch book, and it's full of just the most like precious, like not like European Christmassy, I guess. European Christmas is like a special type of Christmas. I don't know. It's more cozy than North American Christmas is like. North American Christmas is like very commercialized and Starbucksed, right? Big Santa. Just look at this. This is very cozy. I wasn't really a Christmas person. We celebrated Halloween hard. And then we usually went somewhere for Christmas. We went to like Disneyland for Christmas. This one, oh God, so adorable. But I am, with COVID and whatever, I've been getting into Christmas. So I'm definitely going to be using this book. And I really want to stitch the Halloween sampler that Wonka got me. You're a doll, my German friend. And thank you for sending me the good anchor, because I felt it and I get it now. I do get it. This anchor is so much nicer than that cursed stuff. So thank you, Wonka. I really appreciate it. All the way from Germany. Are you kidding me? Wonka will be receiving something in return. I really appreciate it. Put it in there. Okay. Oh. Okay. Speaking of curses, do you remember this? This was my William Morris curse, wherein I bought this book for my mom because I wanted to stitch some stuff for my mom, and someone had ripped out the patterns that I wanted. So I talked about this on the Flosstube, and there were some darling people out there who saw it and saw it as a cry for help. And it was a cry for help. So what ended up happening is, after my Flosstube, I found like a cheapo copy from Britain, and I bought my own copy. And yes, she's here. They're here, folks. This book has all the pages. But I have some amazing Stitchy friends. And unbeknownst to them, they did not know that I had bought this book. This is from Sebastian from Dees20Stitches Stitching. I'll link his YouTube below. Sebastian bought me a copy. I think this is the American copy because it has a different cover. Sebastian bought me a copy. But that's not all. What came in the mail, like, right before Sebastian's, is another one. This is from Natty. Sorry, again, technical difficulties. Anyway, this is from Naughty, Stitchy Naughty on Instagram. So, okay. So my William Morris cup, she runneth over. Oh my God. So here's the problem. I have so many nice cross-stitch friends, and they want to do nice things for me. And I love it so much. This is what I'm doing. My cup runneth over. I am going to stitch something from Sebastian's book, and I'm going to stitch something from Nati's book, because having a book that someone sent me is so meaningful. I want to just, like, literally, I'm going to stitch one pattern from here, and I know it seems silly, I'm going to stitch another pattern from the other book, because it means so much to me that I have kind enough people who appreciate me and want to make my life a little brighter. So Nadia and Sebastian, I'm going to be stitching something from each of your books, and then if you want to stitch something, I will be sending the book back to you, or I will be passing on the joy. The book I bought, I'm going to be, I think there was a stitcher from Canada who said that in one of my comments, they said that they also bought this book and there were pages missing. Rude. It's the same grandma. So I'm going to be giving the book, a book that I bought, to them to kind of pass on the joy. And then the one without the pages, this will probably be a snail mail. Probably not this time, but maybe this time, maybe, who knows. So thank you. My kind cup runneth over, and I appreciate Sebastian and Natty. I appreciate you too. You are two stitchers I really enjoy and look up to. So I love you, and thank you. I cannot wait. The William Morris is going to be one of my New Year's starts, I think. Whew, thank you. Your dolls. Gosh. And Natty also was just a peach. And first of all, Natty knows that Canadians love Trader Joe's. We don't have it up here. And the border's been closed since March 2020. So it's hard to get the Trader Joe's. First of all, Nandi sent me a Trader Joe's tote. This is like, if you're Canadian and you don't know, but the Vancouverites, maybe this is a Vancouver thing. I don't know if it's an East Coast thing, but this is definitely a Vancouver thing. Trader Joe's totes are like a status symbol. We go down to the States to buy our snacks. What privilege. Nati also got me some Trader Joe's snacks. They're gone. They've been demolished. But also, I gotta tell you, this Nati's package came the day of my car accident. So I was a wreck. My, like, no pun intended. My car was also a wreck. And my nervous system was just shot. Like, my fight or flight was just going a million miles an hour. And this came in the mail. And I opened it and I just cried. In a good way. So thank you, Nati. I got a cute... It's my birthday. I got a cute card. And then, oh my gosh. Okay, so just Nati's from Oregon. So Acorns and Threads from Portland, Oregon. This is my goal. Like, I'm coming down for Christmas. I'm coming down the States, and someone flushed the toilet. My husband took a dump. Anyway, it's my goal to maybe come down. Definitely going down to Seattle. I kind of want to take a trip down to Portland and just have fun. I've already used this twice, so thank you, Natty. I also got, oh, hell yeah, 28s, baby. Can you see? No. Yeah. Oh, she's struggling. They're 28 bohens. Bohens. Oh, wow. How many are there? So many. I'm so excited. There was also, I don't know if it's in here, but there's also, oh yeah, get a load of these. Peacemakers. 28 tapestry. I love that they're called Peacemakers, but it's P-I-E-C. You can't see. She's trying. There she is. They're P-I-E-C-E. And when I first heard it, I thought it was like, we trying? Yeah. I thought it was like Peacemaker, like a gun. Can't wait to try these. This is what made me just cry. Look at this. This little dongle. It's a D for D. I believe it's stitched in diamant or étoile. It's shiny, like Catwoman suits, and it's just darling. This community is just amazing. I got a 28 count Lugana, and whoops. Nadi kitted the William Morris birds for me. Heck yeah! So this is it. I'm going to do the William Morris birds as my probably Christmas start. Ooh. And I'm going to take Natty's book and I'm going to do those. And then for Sebastian's book, I want to do there's a hare, there's a big rabbit. So I'm going to do the rabbit out of Sebastian's book and the 3 birds out of Natty's book. And Natty kitted me up for my birthday. What a gift. My heart. I just thank you very much, Natty. I really, really appreciate you. Gosh. Okay. Wow. I do not deserve this kindness. Boy. Yes. I think I got everything. Okay. Oh! Yeah. Okay. Let's do, oh, no, this. Another little bit of kindness. This is stitchy kindness from my husband. Yay. When I started doing floss drops, I had a really hard time with it. But he made me this little floss winder. He is a woodworker. It's got a table over there and everything. And he made it out of nice wood, and he sanded it down, and he put the little scissor thing. So this is a 12-inch. Right? And it just, I'm really excited about that. So I've been using that. I've been using that on all my floss drops. I really appreciate it. That's the last bit of stitchy kindness. Now, I have purchased so much stuff. I'll get through it real quick. The first thing I need to do, though, is I'm going to do a little bit of education. Okay. This has to do with Stitchy Haul. There has been a calling in of a cross stitch seller, not of designs, but needle minders. And I want to talk about that calling in and process, and I want to be very transparent with what has occurred. So, but first I'm going to talk about plagiarism and stealing artists' work. So it's incredibly important to pay artists, because if we do not pay artists, there will be no art in the world. And art is important. So, and I care a lot about this because I work with an artist who I love very dearly and whose art is amazing. Kari's art is absolutely amazing. And all the designs, we split 50-50. Kari, the artist, gets paid 50% of the design, and I get paid the other 50%, because it's very important to pay our artists. Now, there is a lot of companies out there that will steal artists' work and then sell it and make a profit. So you've probably seen things like, I'm trying to think of stores who have done it, that are notorious for it. Urban Planet has done, there's been a lot who have stolen artists' work and printed it off as their own. This is notoriously bad on big resale sites, specifically Alibaba. I believe Alibaba is a Chinese site, and the stuff on Alibaba is really, really, really cheap. And that's because of, you know, if the product is really cheap, it's probably because they don't A, pay an artist for the art, or B, do not pay their workers very much, or C, they don't use ethical, you know, production practices. And it's not just Alibaba. And Alibaba, I mentioned Alibaba because it's a big, big site. And it's not, again, it's just not just one site. It's a problem in America, in Canada, everywhere. So what has happened is sites like Alibaba has taken and stolen artists' work and then sell back empty pin slugs. So if you are a person on Etsy who wants to sell pins or needle minders, you can buy very cheap blanks, pin blanks, from places like Alibaba. But the problem is you're buying very cheap pin blanks, but it's not your art. And Alibaba did not pay for that art. So if you're a company who is selling art and you don't know where the art is coming from, and you're buying it as cheap as possible so you can make a profit, but you are selling someone else's art who has not licensed it to be used in that way. That's a problem. That's a really big problem. So what has happened is, and this is this has been known in the community for a while, is there are needle minder makers in our community who are choosing to buy cheaper blanks, pin blanks, with art that has been taken. And these businesses, like, they're not the ones taking this art, but there's a responsibility to source ethical sources for your products. I think actually Ymir Almond M&Ms had a whole Flosstube about ethical purchasing. I'm going to link it below because it's really important. It's up to the business to figure out if who they're buying from is ethically producing these. And the way that Alibaba and other resale sites are producing these pin blanks is not ethical. They're stealing art from artists and they're selling it very, very cheap in bulk. So unfortunately, one of the cross-stitch needle miner designers, at least one, has been doing this. The one that I was aware of, I actually bought from. Can we see this? No, it's not gonna. It's a little ghost. It's a little ghost candy. I wish you could see that one. I'll try this. This is from It's Charm School. Can you see? No. Oh, there he is. This is from It's Charm School. This is a needle from It's Charm School. And unfortunately, this is stolen art. This art was not originally produced by Allison of It's Charm School. Sorry, camera was blurry. So yes, what, again, I'm gonna repeat because I'm not sure I said it correctly, but It's Charm School has been buying blanks from places like Alibaba who resale stolen work. And you know, that's it sucks for the artist. A couple people, and I want to shout out Natty, did some digging and found the original art, that the original artist whose art was taken by Alibaba or the resale sites, the cheapo resale sites, and reached out to them and said, hey, your art was stolen by a big company, and now other smaller companies are buying these resale pieces and selling it and earning money. And that's not okay. And I feel really bad for the artist. And Natty has been doing a lot of work sourcing where this original art is coming from. I was able to find one Game of Thrones, and all we did is say, hey, this is what's happening, and we linked them to the resale, and hopefully Etsy can take down the resale of their stolen art. So that's unfortunate, the fact that artists are getting their art stolen. What's also unfortunate is, and I will be very, very frank, and I'll fix my hair while I'm doing it. People have reached out to It's Charm School to say, hey, you know, it's up to you to source these things, and to be ethical about it. And I wasn't a person who had a one-on-one call-in with It's Charm School, but I was told, like, it wasn't a great call-in. And an outsider looking in, I did not see any changes from the It's Charm School Instagram page. Not like I would love to see like a statement, like an ethical statement of like, hey, I messed up. You know, I'm a small business and I was trying to buy something cheaply, and it turns out that the stuff I was buying cheaply hurt other artists. So I'm going to resource my stuff. There was no statement like that. I do want to say that It's Charm School did take down some of the pieces that were stolen. I believe this one's gone. You can't buy this one anymore, which is good. That's wonderful. But there's just so... If Naughty found like 2 or 3 that were stolen art, I found 2 or 3 that were stolen art, chances are the majority of it is stolen art. So I mean, it's up to the business to be ethical about it, right? Now, if you are a business who just wants to survive, it's tough. But I wanted to have this conversation because I want to be accountable. I bought this, and I bought another piece, and they're both stolen art. And you know, a red flag went off in my mind when I was buying these of like, hey, this art and the other needle minder that I bought, they're very different. And there's a little red flag because when you see art that is completely different styles, it's probably not one artist. Because I was under the assumption that this needle minder artist drew all the original art and like did it themselves and did the art, but there's a little red flag in my mind that said, hey, well, this artist, I don't think it's these 2 needle minders aren't the same artist. And I should have looked to see who the artist was, because it's not listed. I made an assumption, and the assumption was wrong. You know, It's Charm School does not produce the art. So that's, I'm talking about this because I want to be transparent, because I made a mistake. I bought from this company, even though there was like a little red flag going off in my mind saying, well, the art's not the same. Who's the artist? I should have done my research. And Natty did. And Natty looked into it and saw, oh, like this art, there's an artist who is selling these pins, her original art or their original art. So I also bought the needle minders that I bought. I'm keeping. It was my mistake that I bought them without doing research. I'm not going to buy from It's Charm School again, because in terms of ethics, I want to support original artists. And unless I see, a change, a physical sorry and a change, an apology, then I don't want to support someone who is knowingly taking and using other people's art. Now, this is, I guess, what you would call a call out, right? A call out happens when a call-in didn't work. And I don't know if the call-in worked, because there was no, I did not see a physical change or admittance of responsibility. Am I saying boycott Charm School? All I'm saying is I'm giving you the information about this business, and not just as Charm School, but about needle minder businesses in general. Ask where the art is coming from, because this is not a one-time situation. This is a big time situation where there are needle minder companies on Etsy. Oh my gosh, it's just, they're buying pin blanks, and the blanks are art that is stolen. So do your research. Make sure you are supporting a needle minder artist who makes their own art or sources ethically. I'm not calling for a boycott. I'm not calling for like an apology. Just letting you be aware. because it sucks. I would, as an artist, I would hate if my art was stolen and then resold. And then when the business was caught, they didn't necessarily change anything. That's heavy. That sucks. Yeah. And I'm not trying to be mean or underhanded. I'm just, I feel for a small business who wants to make money. I feel it. I know. But there's a difference between making a profit in an ethical way and making a profit in a way that uses capitalism to hurt people. And you don't want to use capitalism to hurt people, right? Capitalism hurts people. Anyway, putting my glasses back on. That's my spiel. Okay. I'm sorry this video is so ding dang long. Let's do other haul. Speaking of ethically sourced, I went thrifting and I found this cute teacup. I also got these needles. And you know what I'm going to freaking do? I'm going to use this. This was my Modern Folk embroidery finished last time. I'm going to make it into a little pin cushion. That's my plan. Check out those pins. Check out that. Love it. Gonna do it. Make me feel better. What else? I know what makes me feel better. Oh boy. Oh shoot. Heck yeah. I also bought something from Betsy. This is a floss drop. It's a little spoopy Halloween floss drop. It's got an owl in the back. Can't see. Betsy's been making floss drops and she has been sending the extra profits to a mutual aid fund. I believe it's a Murdered and Missing Indigenous Women and Two-Spirit and Girl Fund, mutual fund. So take a look at that. Speaking of, in our city, in Vancouver, a new museum opened up, the Chinatown Storytelling Center, and it goes through the importance of Vancouver's Chinatown, specifically the fact that Chinese Vancouverites have faced racism and gentrification and have survived, and the contributions that they have given to the city and to the province and to the country. And it's really important. If you're ever in Vancouver, it's a small one. But I want to show you what I got. Oh, yeah! So these are all of the long time running Chinatown eateries. And okay, we've been to, okay, first of all, Chinatown barbecue. I took my students on a field trip to the Chinatown Discovery, or the Chinatown Storytelling Center, and then we ate here. It's Cantonese barbecue. You know, the duck and the pork, the two types of pork on rice. It's so good. Newtown. If you ever come to Vancouver and you want to go to Chinatown, I always say Newtown. They're the ones with bao, with buns. This is my new favorite. Sunfresh Bakery. One of my good friends took me and my husband there, and it's full of Chinese baked goods. Mwah. And it's also, they have fresh rice noodle there. And it's a big pot, and they're just making it in the back, and they put it in a little styrofoam thing when you order it. You go outside and it's hot and just like melts in your mouth, and it's so good. Sunfresh. Phantom Fen here, the Continental Herb Company. If you walk down Chinatown, you'll probably see that. And of course the Dollar Meat store. Wow, they have some great Chinese sausage there. This is going to be in my home. I love it because I want to eat there forever. I also got, I think I'll send this to someone. Maybe this will be part of my snail mail club 1 month. I also got, oh wow, So much stuff. Bubble tea of Vancouver. You kidding me? I'm a bubble tea fiend. Love it. If you've never had bubble tea, I don't know. What are you waiting for? This one is my favorite. Onezo. They make their own tapioca pearls. And this one is an ube. Like they use almond or they use soy milk and ube, and it's like sweet. And they smear it up over the cup, and it's so sweet and good. Oh, I can't wait till the summer so I can have that. I also got, and this is gonna be one for you, one for me. It's magnet, bubble tea, and a little dumpling. And it's a magnet, so I'll make these into needle minders, and probably for snail mail, I'll send one of these to someone. I'm gonna keep the bubble tea. Sorry, I'm not, don't be mad about it. I'll send someone the dumpling, eventually, because I've got a lot of stuff. Wow, okay, what else? Oh my gosh. Book of Days. I did it, friends. I did it. I cannot wait to put stickers in here. Cannot wait. Also, I got my first order from Millions of Stitches. Something dropped. They're based in Toronto, I believe, and they have 40 count Swigard, friends, because you can't find it anywhere. So I got 40 count Swigard. I believe this is white light mocha. This is their card. Millions of Stitches. Oh, that's my dead name. Will I cut that out? I don't know, but you didn't see it. There you go. I may have cut something because I accidentally showed everyone my dead name. Oops. They also gave me like a little piece of Ada, and they gave me a cute little bow. Cute little bow. What else? Oh, I told you I got a bag from Garon, the New Hampshire bag. I also got this bag. Garon bags are, wow, they're amazingly made. I have personally, I don't know why. This is not a Garon bag issue. This is a Dee issue. But this is the Velcro, and for whatever reason, my floss just gets tangled. I'm the problem. My floss gets tangled on there. So I got to figure out a better way to flop my floss on there. But look at this, how gorgeous this is. I can't wait to buy more Garon stitchery bags for sure. And the last thing, and I wanted to, is that all? Yeah. This is from Curlworks. And they are a queer and trans artist. And I got a couple things from them. Oh no. I got some cool socks from them, but I got some other stuff. I'm going to make these into needle minders. Move, I'm gay! I also got this one. It's embroidered. They're little mushrooms. I also got Sissant. Again, remember, cis is a word for people who identify as the gender they were assigned at birth. I'm not. And then also, a egg. A egg. The English part of me loves a egg. I love bad grammar. Look, if you complain about grammar, y'all, that's like ableist and classist and racist. right? Grammar changes and language was built, English was built by a bunch of old white guys. Do you want to listen to a bunch of old white guys? You don't. They wrong. They're bad, right? Fundamentally, the idea of old white men is bad. So if you complain about like grammar, then remember, if you are complaining about grammar, you are taking the side of old white Englishmen. So just let slang happen. Let a egg happen. A egg. It's cute and fun. Also, egg is a term used for a person who doesn't realize they're trans, but they're trans. A new trans baby. New trans baby. It's trans slang, so cis people, please do not use egg to describe someone. But trans people can use it for themselves. Yeah. Amazing. Okay. This video is in like 4 pieces, so I'm not sure how long it is. But it's going to be a little bit longer because we're going to do some education. Okay, today is November 20th. It is the day of Trans Remembrance. And this week was, I believe, the week of trans awareness. Are you aware of me? Be aware of me. Share and subscribe. I don't necessarily like the week of trans awareness, that term, because it just seems like people are just like, oh, have you heard about this trans thing? Wow, it's new. It's not new. We're everywhere. But the Trans Day of Remembrance is a day of mourning because trans people are dying. And this year, 375 trans people were reported murdered because they are trans. And that figure is small. When I say small, I mean that figure is smaller than it actually is because so many trans murders and trans death by suicides are underreported. So when I say that number is small, it's because that is the minimum amount, right? There were more. But that amount is the most in our recorded timeline. So it's gone up. And when I say 375 trans people, specifically, mostly they were trans people of color, specifically Black trans women, migrant trans women, and immigrant trans women, and trans sex workers were predominantly the ones being killed. So, and I've talked a lot about people who are anti-trans or think being trans is an opinion. Like being pro-trans is an opinion. No, we're here. So I thought for the Trans Day of Remembrance, I want to share some, and I posted it in my Instagram stories on the day. Skylar Balar at Pink Manta Ray did a list of like 7 things that you can do to be for Trans Day of Remembrance. And I don't know when I'm going to post this, but even if it's after the Trans Day of Remembrance, we're still here. So you can keep doing these things. So here's my list. So number 1, use trans people's correct names and pronouns. You do not need to use their legal name. Sometimes their legal name isn't the name that they would like to be used. We call that a dead name, and it is very important. If you know the trans person's dead name, don't use it. That's a jerk thing to do. You don't need to know their dead name either. You don't need to know. It's dead, right? Trans people change their names for a variety of reasons. So use the name that they tell you to use. Also use their pronouns. And ask their pronouns. Also, you know what? You can normalize asking for pronouns by buying a pronoun pin from a trans artist. Huh? So you normalize pronouns. Also, like I mentioned before, remember that not everyone uses pronouns. Some people just use their name. Pronouns are a a colonial thing. There are a lot of languages, and specifically indigenous languages, that don't use pronouns. So there's a lot of like two-spirit people who do not use pronouns, just use their name. So ask, right? And I'll talk about like the they them pronoun, but again, they has been a singular pronoun since the 14th century. So please, 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 please don't tell me, well, it's not proper English. Remember, if you're a person who is pro-grammar, you are a person who is also a little classist, a little ableist, a little racist, and you're supporting old white Englishmen who have created these English rules long time ago. You're supporting imperialism and colonialism. Grammar doesn't matter. We communicate. If I use bad grammar, bad English, you'll still know what I'm talking about, right? I'm an English teacher, by the way, and I don't support the teaching of hard grammar rules because English is ridiculous. Anyway, and it's changing all the time. Okay, so use trans people's correct name and correct pronouns. Number 2, stop telling transphobic jokes. And if you hear a transphobic joke, then call it out. My favorite thing, and my best friend Al, who is a trans non-binary person, writer and comedian, their way of confronting transphobic jokes or even homophobic jokes is asking, hey, why is that funny? And the person who says the joke can't explain it. Right? Because the joke is funny because they've punched down at someone. Recognize that transphobia jokes are just such a part of media and have been a part of media for a very long time. In many popular movies and TV shows, trans people are the butt of jokes. I was watching Seinfeld the other day, and you remember the she has man hands? Do you remember that joke? That's transphobic. That's transphobic. I've been watching Frasier, transphobic jokes. I've been watching, someone's talking about Ace Ventura the other day. Hey, y'all, do you remember the end of that movie is a big transphobic joke? Like, so much of the media is transphobic. All of these things I could talk about for so long. So much of that media is a transphobic, so much of media uses transphobic jokes. And it's important to know that when we punch down at someone, when we other someone, a marginalized community, that gives people free rein to commit violence on them in person. So media jokes translate to people not taking marginalized people seriously, translate to violence against trans people. Okay, so if you hear a transphobic joke, ask why it's funny. Call them out. Number 3, de-gender everything. Clothes, makeup, body parts. Please, if you are a person who says girls need to wear pink and boys need to wear blue, why? Why do we need to do that? We don't. De-gender specifically menstruation as well. I don't know if you've noticed, but when you go to buy tampons, it's down the feminine hygiene level, feminine hygiene aisle. Why is it feminine? Vaginas and uteruses don't have to be. There's a lot of people who have uteruses that aren't women. A lot of women have uteruses, not all of them. Not all women menstruate. Not all cis women menstruate, right? So anyway, again, I could go off like on a tangent on all of these. Number 4, fight toxic masculinity, because trans folks are usually killed by cis men who have had their masculinity, I don't know, they question their masculinity, I don't know. I don't know how it works. You know what? I do know how it works. I just don't want to get into it. Anyway, liberating ourselves from toxic masculinity means freedom for everyone. So allowing men, cis men, and trans men, and transmasculine men, and transmasculine people, to encourage them to have emotions and talk about their emotions and go through therapy. It's really important. And man, if we just got mental health care for men, if we improved their mental health and put money into the system, I bet you violence would plummet. Anyway, number 5, share your allyship. So reach people that trans people can't fathom reach. There is a lot of people who I will not talk to because it's not safe for me to talk to as a trans person, but it's safe for you to talk to because you are a cis person with privilege. So have those tough conversations so it's safer for us. Number 6, awareness is not enough. Trans Week of Awareness, I hate it. Let's make it the Trans Week of, I have my little notes, acceptance and progress. Accept us, uplift us. And number 7, follow and support trans people. I'm a trans person. Follow and support me. There, you've done your homework. Pat yourself on the back. If you subscribe, you get an ally point. No, but there's a lot of trans stitchers out there. There's so many trans stitchers out there. There's so many trans designers out there. There's so many trans artists out there. Buy from them, promote them, like their stuff. It means the world to us. Okay, was that long enough? I'm all flushed. Wow, I don't know why. Maybe because that was hard. Okay, speaking of, I'm going to do my snail mail club real quick. How the snail mail club works is every Flosstube, if you leave a comment, and if you are a subscriber, and if you have filled out my my Google form for the snail mail club, which is down below, I will choose a comment randomly, and if you are that person, I will send you some snail mail. So the person who will be getting snail mail is Royally Rhonda. Congratulations. And I will just make sure, yes, your address. Rhonda has filled out my Google form, so thank you. What am I sending Rhonda? Boy, I have so much stuff. I don't know. Maybe I will send, I think, you know what? Let's send this. Flossdrops and a postcard. We'll send that to Rhonda. So if you'd like to be part of my snail mail club, make sure you follow and subscribe me. That sounded weird. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you fill out my Google form below. Make sure you leave a comment. My next Flosstube will not be a Flosstube. It will be a whip parade. And it will be on my birthday, November 24th. A national holiday for me. A national gay holiday. I will be starting Gerald by Kathy Barrick. And I will invite all of you to, on November 24th, I'd like you to celebrate me, your favorite Stitch dad, or one of your favorite Stitch father figures, by, wait a minute, hold on, wait for it, by flipping me the bird. So I want you to stitch on a bird project that you can start, or that you have already in your stash, or that it's a whip, on November 24th, and you can tag my little Stitch Along tag. It's Flippity the Bird Sal. I'll put it down below. And then And then the 24th will just be full of Instagram flipping me birds. And I know that doesn't sound it does sound great, but it sounds like the best way to celebrate my birthday. Because, you know, I all attention is good attention. Anyway, if you want to flip me the bird, I would love it. It would mean the world to me if you just flip me the bird. So I look forward to that hashtag. I'm sorry this was a marathon. I hope you broke it up into chunks. I hope you had a snack. I hope you liked it. There was a lot to say and to do. My next Flosstube will be a whip parade. We will celebrate my birthday together on November 24th. So that'll be next week. So I'll see you very soon. Until then, make sure you are a good person no matter what kind of person you are. I love you and I'm proud of you. Nighty night.